Place flour in a small bowl. Whisk together egg and milk, and then place panko breadcrumbs in another small bowl. Dredge the onions first in the flour, then dip them in the egg mixture, and finish them by placing them in the panko to fully coat. After you bread the onion slices, bring 1 gallon water and 1 tablespoon salt to a boil, add the green beans, and boil for 5 minutes. Drain the green beans and place them in an ice water bath to halt the cooking process. In a large skillet over medium-high heat, melt the butter. Add the mushrooms and season with salt and pepper. Sauté for 5 minutes or until the mushrooms start to release their moisture. Stir in the garlic and cook for an additional 2 minutes. Sprinkle the mushrooms with flour and stir to combine. Stir in the chicken broth and simmer for 5 minutes. Reduce the heat to medium-low and stir in the half and half. Cook, stirring occasionally, for 10 minutes or until the sauce is thick. Place green beans in a large bowl. Add the sauce and 1/4 of the fried onions. Stir to combine the ingredients. Pour the green bean mixture into a casserole dish and top with the remaining fried onions, layering them evenly over the top. Bake the casserole at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes.
Cheesy, crunchy, and garlicky. Could you ask for anything more from green beans? Kicking the classic green bean casserole up a notch, this Instant Pot green bean casserole recipe will have you and your fellow diners digging for seconds. Made for generations, the green bean casserole is one of the ultimate comfort foods. But your mama's green beans weren't made in an Instant Pot. There are so many advantages to using this modern marvel of an appliance. Both a slow cooker and a pressure cooker, this baby lets you do several things in one pot, quickly. With 2 kinds of cheese and a rich mushroom soup, this casserole is as gooey and rich as they come. The crunch of the panko and fried onions, and who doesn't love fried onions, makes this dish a winner. To top it all off, you get one of your daily servings of veggies in. Using fresh green beans, as opposed to canned, gives this dish even more crunch and nutrition. Not a fan of green beans? Substitute asparagus or broccoli. Both are crunchy and sturdy enough to hold their own against the heat and rich toppings. You can change up the cheeses too. Pick some that are good for melting, such as provolone, gruyere, or fontina. Any cheese on the fresher and younger, not aged side will give you more melt factor. Whether you follow the recipe exactly or make it your own with a few ingredient exchanges, this side dish will have your guests asking for the recipe.
Prepared to wow your gathering with this savory vegan green bean casserole that tastes fantastic. Your guests might not even realize it's vegan. The first order of business is blanching the green beans, which are then set aside. Next, you'll create the delightful mushroom sauce with vegan butter or olive oil, plus shallots, garlic, salt, pepper, and of course, mushrooms. A little flour, some vegetable stock, and almond milk complete this culinary joy. The vegan crispy fried onions come into play next, as you add half of them into the sauce. Next, pour your green beans in a casserole dish. Add the mushroom sauce, toss to evenly coat, and sprinkle the whole thing with the remaining onions. A short trip in your oven seals the deal.
Heat olive oil in a large skillet over medium heat. Add thinly sliced mushrooms and garlic. Then season with a little salt and pepper. Add butter to the skillet and stir it around in the mushrooms until it is melted. Sprinkle flour over the mixture and stir to coat the mushrooms and blend with the butter. Whisk in vegetable broth, then whisk in the milk, and again bring the sauce to a simmer. Add cream cheese and whisk slowly until it has been completely incorporated into the sauce. Combine the frozen green beans and sauce into a large bowl. Transfer the tasty ingredients into a medium-sized casserole dish and top with French fried onions. The creamiest green bean casserole you've ever made is hot and ready to be eaten with abandon.